Good morning, everybody.
It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground. It's the real nitty-gritty. Boots on the ground.
Hey, thank y'all for joining me today. The subject is, are you a diamond in the Philippines or a cubic zirconia? But before we get started, we'll wait for a few people to get on here. The exchange rate today, it's been hovering around the same 51.31, which is a great rate right now, especially for people coming over. When I came over in December of 2018, it was somewhere around 54. Hey, Martin, Davier, hey, Army Joe, Jeffrey Tatter, good to see y'all. But that's still a good rate for anybody who's never been here before. I want to give a shout out to the Black Diplomats podcast. He's coming live from Ukraine. I've never watched it before, but one of my subscribers said, man, you need to give this guy a shout out because he's actually over there in Ukraine right now broadcasting. So I'm going to give a shout out to Charles Buckner. He's my subscriber who put me up on it. I guess I'll check him out today, but I want to give him a shout out simply because he's over in Ukraine, and that's the big hot spot right now. But I want to kind of give you a description of my diamond. Okay, here's what a diamond is, guys. These are people who know their value anywhere, but especially here. Mainly men who know that there would be no party without them, and who are not afraid to assume their rightful place in a relationship over here or in the household over here. That's a diamond. Now, cubic zirconia is a guy who comes over here and gets pussy whooped. Let's just be honest. I don't sugarcoat it. Now, I'm using YouTube today because I'm going to appoint, I need about 2 more moderators. So if you're interested, if you're a real supporter, you're not a troll or anybody, and it's a few people on here that I got in mind. But yeah, let's talk about that, guys, because I'm disappointed, man. I couldn't wait for this live stream today, man. And this is the reason why I tell you that what I say is only suggestions, because you're grown men and you're going to do whatever you want to do. And some of y'all have really, really disappointed me, man. And I just can't believe it. I mean, you went out and did the exact opposite of what you should have done. Hey, this is Matthew. He says, thanks for the super chat. He says, good morning, recently subscribed, interested in seeing a different perspective from others living in the PH. Thank you, Matthew. I really appreciate it. Welcome to my channel. Yeah, my channel, if you watch my latest video, I'm building the guest house for my subscribers. People fail to realize that my channel is for the new man and woman who's never been here before, who has an interest in coming here. So vacation, to rejuvenate, because we don't retire over here. I don't care if you're going to be here 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years for the rest of your life. And that's why a lot of my information is basic. And it's my boots on the ground experience. It's my perspective. You're going to see something different when you get over here. But you won't be able to say, oh, he was pulling my leg. But people always want to argue with my perspective. It's just my perspective. Hey, I want to thank the NTZ crew, Beach Alive, Jacob Tanje. I only got 2, man, who've been with me, man, through the thick and the thin, man. You guys offer great service to this channel, man, because I get some weird people on here, man, and they want to attack people. They want to talk about people, and we won't have that over here. Y'all keep it safe and respectful, and I appreciate that. What's up, John Gomez? Well, yeah, man, I want to remind you guys, because the Philippines has opened up. You're coming over here. Some of you over here now, that you are the diamond. You're the prize. You're the catch over here. We're trying to flip the script, man. But y'all not doing me any good, you're not giving me any help. Listen, let me tell you some facts over here. Foreign men, especially Americans and Canadians, we have a reputation for being easy. And one of my subscribers, man, he emails me. He went to the Philippines the minute it opened. All right, he stayed there for 2 weeks, but he already just pulled the trigger already. He's already started the visa process. I'm like, dude, what is the rush? I mean, didn't you just watch my video first time coming to the Philippines? I said the craziest thing that a foreigner can do is get married on his first trip to the Philippines. Didn't you watch that? And he says, oh, I think I feel like my time is running out. Well, it's running out for all of us, but that don't mean we got to go out and get married. And I'm not picking on you, man, but I was really shocked. I was like, you mean you're going to change? You're going to exchange 2 weeks of pleasure for a lifetime of opportunity, a visa, and a new life? Man, that's not a fair exchange, guys. I'm sorry. And, we need to talk about this. You are the diamond over here. There is no party without you coming here, okay? All right, let me reiterate something. The woman that you come to see, she probably, if she's lucky, she has one guy that's going to actually make that trip and live up to everything that he's promised. All right? 2 at the most. That's it. That's like hitting the lottery twice in the same week, by the way. You, on the other hand, I used to say 1,000, but you literally have 10,000 people over here that you got a shot at, man. But if you come over here and you get whipped, because we get pussy whipped, man, they're going to put it on you, man, because basically that's what they're bringing to the table. You're bringing everything else. You got the royal flush, man. And she done just beat this guy. She got a pair of deuces with a jack high, and she's beat your royal flush. And I don't know why we do it. We come over here in 2 weeks, we buy the cow, the barn, and extra milk. Let me remind you, they're giving away milk for free. I drank so much of the milk when I got over here, man. That damn cow, by the time I was done, was powder milk coming out of that damn thing, man. Come on, guys. Let's slow down a little bit. There's no way. I don't care how long you chatted with these women. It's never long enough. Stop pulling that trigger so fast, man. Hey, but, you're grown men, and all I'm trying to do is give you some suggestions. Hey, Marlon Norby says, call him out, Cal. Dre Diggity, what's going on, brother? He said, Matthew, he said, Calvin, what's your opinion on how the women change the further out of the city you go? Where I am, many of the Filipinos work with good jobs. I think the attitude is different. Yeah, it's a lot different, but it doesn't mean that you're not still the diamond, because I don't care how good of a job women have over here. Let me remind you, Matthew, that there's stars over here who marry just regular Joe foreigners to go to their country for a new life, man. These are celebrities over here, and they do it all the time. It's not like they just do it one time, because where you live, more than likely, is going to be a hell of an upgrade than what they have now. And when you run into a woman like that, I would just keep going. I'd throw her back, man. But I just try to give you some insight on how things work over here. Things work very, very slowly over here. Everything. You go get a job, go get married. Everything is slow. Okay? But when we get over here, they speed us up. Imagine this guy. He's married. He's did the visa work already. Not realizing I did a video on how valuable that visa is. We're giving it away for a penny, guys. We got to stop that. You're talking about there's no monetary value you can put on a visa. Hey, Duval Elite, thanks for that super sticker. And we come over, the minute we get off the plane, man, we get whipped. We ready to buy the cow, the barn, and extra milk. When they're giving away free milk over here, man, you're in the driver's seat. If you want to milk it for as long as you want to, you need to do that. Not being mean, not taking advantage of anybody, but just to get to know the lady. Listen, guys, let me remind you again. There's a steep learning curve over here in the Philippines. You will never, man, it takes you years if you ever really catch up to it. But to come over here on your first trip and get married, you're forgetting the Holy Grail. You're the diamond, man. You're the prize. You're the catch, man. But no matter what I say to you, when you get off the plane and she's waiting there with the long flowing hair, the booty shorts, or the tight skinny jeans, and you go back, you get that you get that girlfriend experience from a Filipino, man. The Filipino tune-up with a free oil change and lube job. And it blows some of you guys mad. I mean, you don't even give yourself a chance. It's not a fair exchange, guys. I'm going to say that over and over and over today. I couldn't wait to get on here today, man. Some of you guys, y'all really disappointed me, man. It's not all of that. And I'm not picking on him. I'm just letting him know that, man, you should have milked that for a little bit longer. Come over here and enjoy the Philippines. A woman is no longer a priority for me over here because of the culture and how welcoming and hospitable Filipino people are. You're going to have a woman if you don't have nothing else. I found a stress-free life over here. Whether I got a woman or not, I'm sorry, but I know I'm going to have a woman. There's no reason for you to come over here and pull the trigger that quick. So when you do that, you become a cubic zirconia. I'm sorry, man. I got to put you in that pile because a diamond would never do that. A diamond comes over and says, hey, look, I know my place in the relationship, in society over here, and in the house. And all you have to do, guys, is watch the Filipino man. But we won't do that. We try to ignore the Filipino man when we get over here. Totally. Not realizing that's akin to trying to solve a puzzle with only half the pieces. You can't do it. All you got to do is see how he is treated over here. See how he cohabitates with the Filipino over here, and you'll get an inkling, man. But then you go to a whole other level because you got so much more that you can offer. What are you doing? I mean, really, guys, but let me shut this door at the aircon out. Okay, well, I'm going to turn it the other way. But yeah, let's talk about this today, guys. I just wanted to get my spiel out of the way. I got to go over here because she needs to come in and get some clothes. Okay, hon, come on in here. Hey, retired 2019. Thanks for the super chase. Calvin, the average guy, is sex starved and lonely. The guys are ignoring your advice and thinking with their other head. I have to agree with you, man, but that's what I'm trying to do. Hon, you can come in here now. They can't see you. But go over this way a little bit more. They can't see the clothes. Hon, nobody saw you, okay? But one tip I want to say before I take your questions over here is we have to get to know this Filipino man over here, guys. We come over here and we ignore him. Don't you know the lowest man over here on the totem pole gets treated with the utmost respect over here? Even a petty cab driver, man. They treat their brothers, fathers, husbands, boyfriends, uncles, man, with the utmost respect. And then you come over here with everything that you have to offer, man, and you go to a whole other universe, man. But we come over here, man, and we just simply lay down on the ground and let the woman run over us. And then guess what? Then we want to complain if things don't work out and call her a scammer. No, she's not a scammer. These women move in slow motion. The games that they play, we can see it coming from a mile away. We're our biggest problem, and I made a video about that. Gurkha Nance says the power of the pude over some men. Absolutely, man. That's what it is. We're trying to flip the script, man. We're trying to have a support group of men and women come over here to try to level the playing field, because it's not level. It's not a fair exchange. I don't care what anybody tells you. It's not. 2 weeks of pleasure for a lifetime of opportunities, a visa, by the way, a new life. Okay? Man, you guys, man, y'all got to get off of that, man. I don't care how lonely you are. That don't mean you need to run back and he fired the guns and man, he got over here. Hard a rapid visa. I'm like, dude, you don't even know this lady. She got kids. She got an old crazy boyfriend in the back who's a police. I'm like, are you sure that they're not married? Are they married? Did you even do a cinema, man, before you committed to all of that? Come on, guys. I'm not picking on you, man, because I like you. But damn, man, I just made a video. Craziest thing you can do is come over here and get married the first time. Make a few trips, man. Make sure she's who you think she is, guys. Come on. Hey, Brad Mack, thanks for that super chat. He says, love your videos, man. Thanks, man. I just do them, man, to try to give people, I don't want anybody to come over here and get hit over the head and get blindsided. So I just share my boots on the ground experiences, my life, how it really is over here. There's enough tourist channels and sugary channels about the Philippines. Listen, guys, the Philippines doesn't need me to prop it up. It's going to prop itself up, man. This is a wonderful place. It can be a wonderland. It all depends on what you make it. But when we come over here and lay down and let the woman, we're acting as if we're in our home countries. This is a perfect example to show you how the Philippines is not the same as your home country, because you get immediate respect. If you're on the low totem pole in America, you go to the top over here. But you got to bring your attitude up here with you. But we don't do it. So what we do, we get over here. She gives you the tune-up. She gives you the oil change anytime you want it. That's still not enough for you to go back, man, and and pull the trigger for a visa, man. Shit. Come on, guys. Black Diamond says, unless you sex starve, it's not going to be on many gentlemen that are in there mid to later years to go on a sex spree, but find a significant other. The first one will be no different than the 10th. Well, I don't know about that. They will be. The 10th will be different, because by this time, you're going to start figuring some things out. Okay? Number one, that you're the diamond. You're the catch. The numbers, guys, back me up. The numbers back me up. What I'm saying. You're the catch. Okay? You come over here. There's 50 million women here. All right? Not all of them are looking for a foreigner. Not all of them are looking to get married and have a relationship. But a lot of them are. And you get this small amount of Western foreigners. We're not talking about Chinese, Japanese, South Korean, because Filipinos, they really want a Western foreigner. So you're talking about in 2019, the last year that they had any real numbers, 1 million Americans came here. But remember, let's just say let's be generous. We cut that down the middle, say half of them were men, and then cut that in the middle again, say half of them were single, looking for a good time or relationship. You're talking about 250,000. So let's just say all of them together, UK, Britain, Australia, France, and all those places. Let's just say 1 million men, and you throw them in. It's like a drop in the bucket of 50 million women. Scripture for women says, as an American woman watching this is powerful, by the way. She says, I am both shocked and intrigued. It's sad that one can be so sex driven. He will literally spend all his money running to another country. Well, no, that's not the reason a lot of guys come over here. It's not, I didn't come over here, ma'am, for a woman. I promise you I didn't. I'm not different from guys because once I found out what was over here, my focus did change some. But I came over here to get away from that rat race. You do know what a rat race is over there because you're living it here in America. And that hamster wheel. I'm taking $1 billion brain on my job that will never pay me enough to stop working. I put on my Facebook, America got people working to 92 and shit. That's true. So no, that's not why we come over here. We do some stupid stuff when we get here though. So don't lump us all into the same. But yeah, some guys do come over here and they do stupid stuff. They listen to their little head. But this is your sex organ here, ma'am. This is what makes us come over here and do the stupid stuff. Not this. You think with this. Door 14 says, I'm a 3-time loser. I'm never doing the married thing again. I don't blame you because y'all don't understand. Okay, what this guy did, he filed for the K-1 visa, meaning he's going to marry her in America, meaning he's going to be under the same laws marrying this Filipino as he will if he married an American woman. Now, why would you do that? I mean, until you know, you've looked under every crook and cranny over here. You've uncovered every rock that it is to uncover about her. There's no sex that good. Okay, I'm sorry. Hey, Norsky Nord says, we are the diamonds, Calvin, but some just don't know it. And that's why I do the videos I do. You know, for so long, these dating sites and these other, what's that, AFA or whatever, and all these people, they make it seem like that the Filipina is the attraction. No, you're the attraction. Because these women would be going on with their business, with their lives as usual. And it's a hard life for a lot of them over here. If you didn't show up over here, literally kicking the door down. We're trying to flip the script and tell the real honest truth. There is no party without us. Period. Okay? I'm sorry. A diamond is somebody who knows their value. Any place in the world, not just over here in the Philippines, but especially here, who's not afraid to assume their rightful place in a relationship over here. All right, in the household, in the society over here. We didn't make the rules. All you have to do is come over here and watch the Filipino man, how he socializes with the Filipina, how he's treated, how he treats them. Okay. And you'll get just an inkling of what it is they look at you for, because you're way up here now. You got so much more to offer. But it's not any of you guys who keep saying, oh, a fair exchange is no robbery. It's not a damn fair exchange, man. Coming over here for 2 weeks of pleasure, and you giving a lifetime of opportunity and all of that. Come on, man. A visa? It's not worth it, guys. You deserve better than that. See, a diamond knows that the numbers are in his favor. We're not talking about being mean. We're not talking about mistreating people over here. And that's not what we're saying. We're talking about a culture that teaches that. Okay? That's what we're saying. Even the lowest man on the totem pole over here is shown respect, man. The utmost respect, by the way. Hey, Texas Zoe says the Sunshine Shoulders. He said, damn, who the hell is simping? And it ain't even about simping, man. It's like this guy said, oh, well, I feel like I'm running out of time. Well, whether you get married or not, let me remind you, you're running out of time, buddy. Even when you sleep, you're running out of time. But that's no excuse to do something stupid like that, man. Brian Nichols says, I'm a cubic zirconia. John Gomez says, at least vet for 2 years, then make a decision. I did a video on that. I said, man, don't make any type of decisions before 2 years over here, man. It's a steep learning curve, guys, over here. The Philippines, let me say it for the 10,000th time. It's not the same over here as it is in your country or anywhere else. The rules are different. Everything's slow at a slow, methodical pace. It's so slow, it frustrates you. And then all of a sudden, when you get over here, they speed you up. You bring that old impatience from the West over here. People here got patience, and that's give them an advantage over you, especially on their home court. You got to learn how to slow it down. It took me 4 years, man, before I married the Filipina that I married, and she had my son. Listen, the guy who just pulled that trigger, and again, I'm not picking on him. I like him. But we got to help each other. We got to use our stories to help somebody else. He has no connection with this lady. She's got 2 kids by a policeman. I don't know if she's married to the policeman or not. He's not the only one that did it. That's why I make those videos that I make. But by the time I got through milking that cow, wasn't nothing left but powdered milk, guys. And that's what I would suggest you do. I'm sorry. Hey, Malcolm Magnificent says, once I get to Cebu, I'm taking a scooter out to the province for province girl. Yeah, be careful what you wish for, man, over there. Derek Greenway said, Calvin is still a man's world. Well, over here, remember, we didn't make the rules, guys. Hey, let's get the thumbs up. 73 thumbs up, 204 watching. Hey, Cat PI Food, thanks for that super sticker. Yeah, guys. Are you a diamond when you get over here? Are you going to be a damn cubic zirconia? Old pussy whoop man that comes over here and getting ready to give away everything but the kitchen sink for 2 weeks of pleasure, man. Don't do it, man. Know your place over here. And your place is way up here. All right. I don't care if you 18 to 80, because Filipinos, they're smart, man. They live in a bubble. They sit there and watch you day in and day out. They know you up and down, inside and out. We don't know them. And that's the problem. We won't even take 5 minutes to come over here and look at the man and see how he interacts in society, how he's treated over here. We come over here, man, and throw it all away, man. This is a support group. We're trying to give and share some information with each other that's going to level the playing field. It's not a level playing field, man. You know, there's a reason that we have a reputation for being easy over here. Western men do. Because we go and do stuff like he did. Or the other subscriber I've got who came over here for 3 days. He's in my Hall of Fame, by the way. Went back 3 days. Went back and pulled the trigger. You guys, let's slow down, man. I'm sorry. I'm not pulling no punches today because y'all really disappointed me, man. I thought for sure that I was making some type of difference. You guys aren't listening to me. And it's okay. You grown men, you can do what you want to do. But this is really disappointing, man. You don't even know the woman, man. We come over here, pull that damn trigger. We're too easy, especially Americans and Canadians. They know how easy we are, man. And it's because of what he did that gives us that reputation. You got to stand pat, man. And, you know, what they do is they call our bluff. Well, we need to start calling their bluff a little bit. Like, okay, well, I'm sorry. I'm not ready to get married. If you want to get married, then you need to go find somebody else. We'll see what happens then, because the party don't start till you get here. There's no party over here, by the way. BRL says, so it's the same there as the U.S.? Absolutely not. This isn't the U.S. And that's what gets men in trouble. We bring that thinking over here. See, she already knows. Filipinos have a support group, a very powerful support group all around the world, especially in these Western countries. And they school each other. And they say, yeah, all you got to do is give him an oil change anytime he wants. You're going to have anything he got. You're going to have his bank account. You're going to have it all. You know, 2 weeks. Now we're talking about men on my channel who are outstanding individuals, successful in all other aspects of their life, except when they come over here, they like putty in the hands of the little Filipino, man. You know, but if you just give yourself a chance, just settle down, let the dust settle, and see it for what it really is. You're the diamond over here, man. There's no other way I can tell you. You don't have to be mean or mistreat anybody because they're not going to let you mistreat them. Beat Your Life says, going to keep this real. Most men need to get hurt before they get it. It's unfortunate. And yes, I took my own medicine. But hell, most of us, by the time we get over here, me included, I'm already beat up. I don't need to get beat up at an away game. You know what I'm saying? Beat Your Life. I've already been beat up over there. You should come over here with your guards up. But what happens is the Filipina, she disarms us with her beauty, with her culture and traditions, that we let our guards down. And boom, we become vulnerable, man. And then, you know, I mean, imagine this guy has no connections to this lady. I mean, you know, she's got 2 kids already with a police ex. You know, that's a red flag right there. BL says I'm a pebble. You know, I'm just saying, man. Yeah, I love the Chinese. It's totally irrational in my humble opinion. And this is the reason why we have these live streams. We have these discussions to say, look, man, settle down. There's no reason for you to be in a hurry when you get over here. Nobody's in a hurry over here in the Philippines at all. So why should you come over here and get in a hurry? I mean, absolutely nothing. Okay, pre-pandemic, and once you see this thing open back up, because the Philippines getting ready to go to alert 1, which is like the new normal, you're going to see super lions over here. Philippines are so patient. That's the advantage they have over us. They're very, very patient. They have patience that we will never have coming from the West, where everything moves like that. So they just play along with that. They know you're not patient. And she calls you bluff, dude. Yeah. John Gomez says, wow, I got P-whipped 4 times in 5 days in 89 and PI still survived. Moochie T says, Calvin's mad. Please forgive Western men. It's cold out here, so I can see why some go crazy. No, I'm not mad. I'm like disappointed that we're still playing their game. When we're the game, man, we're still playing their game. After all of this, you've had 2 years to think about this stuff, man. And you come right over here and do it, man. It's crazy. Yeoman's son, he said, Calvin, do you think Filipinos are open to a long-term relationship, living together, but no marriage? Well, I'm doing it right now. I don't want to go down the marriage road again. Absolutely. Look, Yeoman's son, it's a great question, too. It comes up all the time. But it plays right into this live stream today. You're the diamond. You're the prize. You're the catch. Okay. Whatever you say goes. All right. You're not married. You have no commitment. But for some reason, we think we do. We make commitments online. That's how crazy we are. That's how irrational, just like I love the John said, totally irrational. We're totally irrational. We make commitments online. And see, the thing with a Filipino, you're going to have to promise something when to get everything that you're going to get over here. But you don't have to be stupid about it. Just promise, I'm not going to mistreat you. I'm going to take care of you. We're going to have a great time when I come over there. But don't be promising visas and, I'm going to marry you and I'm going to do all of that. No, it's too early. Because I'm going to let you in on a secret. She's not going to love you right away, no matter what they tell you, man. They're patient, remember. They don't trust you. I don't care how good you treat them. They're going to sit back, before they fall in love and and get to know you. But in her case, she likes that on the job training. As long as you put that visa in her hand, she's going to come over there and know you over there. Now you got to say, hey, I want to get to know you over here because I can't know you over there. I can't know you over there. Bob knows, says, hey, Calvin, what's going on, Bob? David Vargas said, Calvin, it was very frugal or cheap, let's say, with my, he said, I was very frugal or cheap, let's say, with my money, and I went to the Philippines. Could I just rent a piece of land there for a good number of years and build a small living quarters? Absolutely. I was talking to a guy who has a great, he's a German, and they have a beautiful resort, Whispering Palms over in Sapaway. I seen him at the ATM machine one day, and I just asked him, I said, hey, is there any land, any lots over there in Sapaway? Because I'm thinking about, I want a beach house. He said, yeah, we've got some land up in the mountains, he said, and we will lease it to you. We know all the laws and everything, how to do it. But yeah, I think you can lease land over here 50 years, 25-year lease, and then renew the 25-year lease. Hey, Ronan away. Thanks for the super chase. How are you, Calvin? Good to see you. Drop troop bombs. This is just reality, man. Don't make me roll out of it. Thanks for that super chase. Preach it, Sunshine Shoulders. Guys, please learn and know your value and worth. We are platinum, golden, and diamond. Absolutely. I mean, it is what it is over here. We didn't make the rules. Okay? Norsky Nork said they just playing the Western men. Absolutely. They play us like drums, man, like musical instruments over here. And there's no reason for that to happen. Okay, guys, let's get the thumbs up. Y'all know that helps me, man. You know, let's share some stories. One thing I can respect this guy about, and I respect him anyway, because he's successful in all other things. But we become putty in the hands of these little Filipinas. There's no way that she should have that much power over you. Bob No says, hey, how do I donate to the guest house? Thanks, Cal. Well, you don't have to, but, you know, if you want to donate, if you enjoy my content, you want to support my channel, you could do it through PayPal or any of those things like that. Alexander Nevelman says she showed the goods. Yeah, and I don't know, man. It just, I didn't come over here for a woman. It doesn't mean I'm the exception, because after I knew what was over here, man, my focus changed. I became like everybody else. I was shocked. And I was like a kid in a candy store. But these guys, they're not even a kid in a candy store. They're just going straight to the Snickers bars and grabbing it and walking out, when there's a whole store full of gumdrops and all kind of stuff in there. They go in there, snatch one Snickers, and run out the damn door. Oh, come on, guys. We got to do that already, you know. And again, the guy knows who I'm talking about. He's not the only one that did it. And, you know, I'm not picking on you, man. But I have to use your example because it's going to help somebody else. We don't have to come over here immediately and buy the cow, the barn, and the milk. They're giving away milk for free over here. Drink the damn milk. I drank so much milk. The cow, by the time I got married and pulled the trigger, wasn't nothing but powdered milk left. Took me over 4 years, man. I promise you that. Almost 4 years. Norsky Nork says, old dog new tricks talks about slowing it down. Yeah, because he knows. He's been over it for 5 years. He sees what happens. But it's something so different over here. The Philippines is so different than anything that we've ever experienced. It just, our faculties aren't working right. We get hit by that dose of excitement and euphoria. Very few people can withstand that. when they hit you all at once. And, you know, you ready to make a decision right then and there. You think, oh, man, this is the only woman over here, and I better go ahead and do it because I'm not going to get another woman like this. Not realizing there's 10,000 in line, not around you, but in line that you can pick from. You can go, you know, because it's about compatibility over here. There's a steep learning curve. People over here, they think so differently than what we think. And that's a lot of the problem. That's what causes a lot of problems in our relationships and marriages after the dust settles. See, is you're going to see the cultural differences. You'll be like, man, why'd I jump in? You know, I jumped from the frying pan to fire so quick when you just don't have to. You're in the driver's seat. Derek Greenway said, Calvin, they need to not run and hit one when you can walk and hit many. Yeah, we're chasing women that are standing still over here. That's what we're doing. And I say that to let you know how stupid we look when we come over here. And the men look at us. That's an inside joke. They look at us. The men over here, yeah, they laugh at us. As they saying these guys are spending all this money over here. They're doing this and doing that. Here's all they have to do. But we ignore him. We don't even pay him any attention. We're trying to solve a puzzle with only 50% of the pieces. You can't do that. That's crazy. Craig C says, remind me, in your opinion, what a good rule of thumb is for age difference when on the hunt for something successful. Well, there really is no good age difference over here, because one thing I like about Filipinas, when they're here in their home country, not when they go to Wonderland in the West, is they're a lot more mature because they have to be. They're pushed out there sooner. Remember I said there's a regular age, and then you say, well, how old are you in Filipina years? Because they're about 7 years ahead of my daughters. Women over here, you know, girls over here, they start cooking, cleaning, washing clothes, watching the kids a lot of times when they're 12 or 13. My kids didn't do that until they got their own place. They were well in their 20s. So there's really no, I would say, you know, because you really don't want them too young, though, because it's going to cause problems if you talk about a long-term relationship. I think that's what happened to me. I was 23 years older than my wife. And when I was ready to settle down, she was just getting started. We had been together for 10 years, 8.5 years, really, that we were together. Loved each other. We didn't have any problems. But I think the age gap caught up with us at some point. You know, we were supposed to come over here and retire. And if my wife would have stayed here, I'd still be with her. But she was ready to go back over there to Wonderland, and there was nothing I could do to stop her. And I wasn't going to be by myself. So there really is no, but you want to think to yourself, because once you get with them, you're going to see, you see this young, beautiful girl, but you're going to be like, man, we ain't got nothing in common. She got her hand on the phone all day long, giggling and laughing. When she takes you around her friends, they're going to be giggling and laughing, whispering around you. You may not want that. Moochie T said, Calvin, you're absolutely correct. Speed kills if you don't take precaution. The same skill sets that make us successful in one area of life can work against us in other areas. Slow down, fellas. Yeah, I mean, that's a great comment there, but we won't slow down. We've had 2 years to try to figure this out. And what do? The wheels come off the minute we get off the plane. But yeah, I want to welcome any new viewers today. The subject today is, are you a diamond in the Philippines, or are you a cubic zirconia? A diamond means a man who knows his value. He knows his worth anywhere, especially here. Who knows there would be no party without you. Okay, the party don't start till you get here, by the way, and you're not afraid to assume your rightful place in society over here, which is at the top of the food chain, in the relationship, in the house. And one more thing I put down here. And he's a man who knows that the numbers are in his favor. Why would you come over here and just go out snatch that one Snicker and run out the door like a little child instead of sitting there, man, being like, man, they got Mars bars over here. They got Twinkies over here, chocolate cupcakes over here. There's 10,000 people in the line waiting for you. She got you only. You call the shots. Don't be mean. Don't mistreat anybody. But I'm saying slow down, man. You're in the driver's seat. You can do whatever you want to do. You're not committed. Okay? And that's what I'm trying to say. You're not committed. Hey, Dubai Elite, thanks for the super chat. Said, where is better to live, Cebu or Manila? If you're a first timer in the Philippines, I say Cebu. It's a lot going on in Manila. I mean, you're talking about one of the most congested cities on the planet. I think second only behind Mumbai over in India. You're talking about an area that was built for 850,000 people. It's probably got about, I'm talking about the city. I'm not talking about Metro Manila. 10, 12 million people there. It's a lot going on in Manila. I would say get your feet wet in Cebu, learn a little bit about the culture, visit Manila, because I like Manila to visit, but not to live. It's just the traffic, man. You're talking about living there. It's crazy, man. And I don't think it's a good impression on the Philippines when you show up in Manila the first time. Because I believe, had I shown up in Manila the first time, I don't think I'd have came back because, I deal with anxiety, but not anymore. Since I lived here, it's gone, man. I'm normal again. I don't think I'd ever came back if I got caught in that traffic, because you've never been caught in traffic till you get caught in traffic in Manila. And that's a fact. Rudy says, Calvin, remember, I can understand what they say, so they can't talk behind my back. No, it's not that they're talking behind your back. They're just whispering. That drove me crazy when I was down in Zamboanga. I'm trying to be nice, so she shows up at the airport. This isn't our first time. But for some reason, she has some persistent friends. So, like, her sister and, like, 3 of her friends show up at the airport. And I'm looking at her like, what the hell's wrong with you? So I said, okay, I get rid of them. We'll go to Greenwich Pizza, get some pizza, and y'all gone. We're going to the hotel. Man, the whole time they're snickering and laughing. Man, I'm telling you, I was getting ready to walk. I was going to get up and walk away and get on the plane and come back to Cebu, man. It pissed me off so bad. I don't want, it wasn't that they were talking about you, I love the chance. Say, get ready for your girlfriend to always be accompanied by her friends and family when you're trying to get to know her. Yeah. And people always say, oh, well, that's the culture. Well, and she's trying to protect herself. Well, you're the one coming 8,000 miles away. Who's going to protect you over here, by the way? See, we always give them the benefit of the doubt, but we don't give ourselves the benefit of the doubt. And we end up losing over here. You coming over here, you got the royal flush. She's got a pair of deuces and a jack high, and she wins every time because she's got that tune-up, guys. But you got to understand, there's 10,000 women with that tune-up. I mean, we act like we've never seen a pussy before. That's how we act when we get over here. I can imagine what this guy did when he got here, because they're going to give you the girlfriend experience. She strips off her clothes, and he just went crazy like he never seen a pussy before. The rapid visa and everything like that to get the show started, and I'm like, man, you don't even know this woman. You have no connection to her at all. At all. And we'll justify it and we'll say stuff like, I just feel it's right. No, that's not love. That's euphoria, guys. Remember that. Look up that word, that intense feeling of excitement. That's what you're feeling. You're not feeling love. And, you don't marry somebody because of euphoria. Albert Young says, that's why I'm going to the Philippines to slow down. I'm tired of the rat race. I'm retired, but still working. No more. See, that's perfect right there. Why would you want to escape the rat race and only to bring it over here with you? It doesn't even exist over here, the rat race. It's so, it's slow over here. That's why I like the Philippines. They've got a laid back way of living. When I first came over here, and you see guys, they'll be literally in a hammock right on the corner. And you think to yourself, because I'm from the West, all these guys are lazy. No, they're relaxing. We don't know how to relax. This guy couldn't even relax. All he had to do was come over here, had the time of his life for 2 weeks. Go back home, let the dust settle, chat some more, come back and do it again a few times, just to be sure. The numbers is in our favor, guys. So that means if you're a gambler and you know the numbers is in your favor, man, you're going to bet heavy, and that's what we should do. Get as much out of the damn bet as you possibly can. You come over here, you got, okay, it's 10,001 odds you're going to win, and you place a $2 bet, man. That's your fault. It's your damn fault, man. Hey, Iskandari TV, thanks for that super chat. He said, morning all. I will be publishing 15 books next week, bro. I will send you the links to them once I'm finished. They are like planner, tracker, notebook, sketchbook, and journal. Oh, wow. What are you going to put in there, man? How not to get married on your first trip to the Philippines? Bob knows, says Sage. He said, dude, you know how to live, man. Awesome. It took me a while, though. I found a new life over here. A woman is not my priority over here. And I don't understand why we make a priority over here. Why would you make a woman your priority? Nothing outside of you is going to make you happy anyway. You got to make yourself happy. I'm not talking about mistreating anybody. I'm not talking about being mean. But the least of your problems here, the least of your concerns here is a woman. I'm sorry. It's 10,001 over here. You're going to have a woman if you're not going to have anything else. But we run over here like they're running out of Filipinas. There's not going to be any left when I get there. So I better get one now. Let me remind you that they're not going anywhere. They can't go anywhere. You know how hard it is for just the masses of people over here, men or women, to get a visa, to a tourist visa to go somewhere. They can get them. They can get a work visa. They can get a student visa. Okay. Like that. But other than that, they're not going anywhere. There's no need for you to be in a hurry because they're not in a hurry. They just sit back and say that they laugh at us. They say, why these guys running around like a chicken with their head cut off? Meanwhile, you sitting there with a royal flush in your hand. All you got to do is just lay your hand down and you win. But we don't do that. We sitting shaking. We got the highest hand in the deck. But we sitting there shaking, nervous. There she is on the other side, by the way. Look up the odds of having a royal flush, of being dealt a royal flush out of a 52 card deck. And you see really what you're holding. But you're shaking, you're nervous, you're intimidated. Meanwhile, across the table, she's got a pair of deuces and jack high. She done bluffed you. She done called your bluff. You won't even lay your hand down and end all the foolishness. You're going to let her play you like that. Okay. Then you're going to pay the price for it then. But yeah, I want to also give a shout out to the Black Diplomats podcast. I've never listened to it, but one of my subscribers, Charles Buckner, said give this guy a shout out because he's broadcasting live from Ukraine. And I hope I'm not endorsing some terrorist or some nationalist organization, but Charles Buckner ensured me that it's a good guy. And because he's over there live from Ukraine, I say, I'll give him a shout out, give him some support. Kente Dynasty says, when a man has not had any or can't get in where he is, it will cause temporary insanity. Yeah, but eventually, that's why they call it temporary insanity. Eventually, you're going to come to your senses. You're going to be like, damn, I'm married again. And, being married over there to a Filipino is no different than being married to an American over there. You're under the same laws. You're married. Yeah, Iskandavi Television says it's like 50 to 1 women here. Always be too many. Yeah. See, women here, they run in batches because that's what they call it. They'll stay in touch with each other from the time they graduate from high school all the way to the rest of their life. They call it batch mates. And they run around in batches around here, man. 5, 6, 7 women in bunches over here. But what we do, we come over here, we pay top dollar for items that are going, that they're, what do you call it, when something is, they're no longer going to sell it anymore. They got so much of it, overstocked items, Rasket says, I'm glad you left him behind on that pizza place. Nevertheless, this bad behavior happens in many overseas countries, but not everywhere. Yeah. It just drove me crazy, that whispering and snickering and stuff. And even to this day, those girls, that was like, let's see, it's 2022, that was 2010, 12 years ago. Man, I look sideways at them if I ever see them. Because, it just there's no cause for that. Iskandar TV said, yes, my mother-in-law is 80 and they still have batch meetings. Yeah, guys, but yeah, we're diamonds over here. And that doesn't mean you're better than anybody else. That's not what I'm saying. Don't misinterpret me. Don't misunderstand what I'm saying. I'm just saying that in this arena over here, when a Western man comes over here, you offer so many opportunities, man. You've got so many options that I couldn't call you anything less than a diamond because that's what you are. They literally will fight over you over here. You don't have to flip that over and be fighting for them. These dating sites, they're geniuses. These sites that make you buy a ticket and come over here, and it's 3 foreigners for 30 Filipinos. They make it seem like it's all about the Filipino. It's not, man. It's all about you. It's not about the Filipino, man. These women over here, they're gonna go on with their lives as normal, as usual. If you didn't come over here knocking on their door, literally kicking down their door, they're not bothering us. We're bothering them. But these geniuses, they've made it all about her, man, and they got you guys believing it. I've been over here on and off for 13 years. I know that's not the truth. 18 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy. You come over here from the West, that's going to be lined up for you. There's no sense in you rushing, falling in love with the first pretty face, because there's a lot of pretty faces over here, man. These women are beautiful over here, man. I hate to tell you. If you weep for beautiful women, then you don't need to come over here, because that outside over here, I mean, listen, if you want to talk about a perfect shape, there's women over here with a perfect shape, man. I mean, literally millions of them with just a perfect shape. They're not chubby. They're not flabby. it's perfect. You know, everything is just perfectly proportioned. If that type of stuff makes you weak, man, then you don't need to come over here. All you got to do is slow down, you know, and take your time, and you're gonna find what you're looking for. But don't make that your priority. It's so much stuff to do over here. Why would you make that a priority? See, I'd be worrying about other stuff than that, where I'm going to get my money exchanged, you know, because there's nothing guaranteed, but the guarantee I'm going to give you is you're going to have a woman over here. If I can't guarantee you nothing else, that's the guarantee. Okay. Michael Miller says, if I was interested in anyone, what is the likelihood of finding someone with a high education interested in a Western man? Hell, all of them got high education. Most of the women that you see online, man, they've got college degrees, real college degrees. My girlfriend here has a legitimate 4-year degree. See, this is that craziness, Western thinking that we bring over here. Who do you think you coming over here to see? These women are smart, man. That's why they wrap us around their fingers. That's why they, man, listen to this. No one goes from nothing to something as fast as the Filipina. I've seen them walk right out of the province into fortunes over in America because they're smart, man. They know you inside out. That's the reason for my live stream, so we can know them. We can get to know them. Women are intelligent over here. The likelihood is you're going to find them. I don't think there's any of her friends that don't have a college degree. As a matter of fact, every last one of them that comes over here does. They're batchmates. See? Beach of Life says saving $900 a month in rent makes my knees weak. See, that's the kind of stuff that should excite you about the Philippines. That free money over here. Where when you come here, you're going to be genuinely welcome. They're going to roll out the brightest red carpet for you. The stress that you got over there, literally, man, by the time you leave in 2 weeks, it's going to be gone, man. I live a stress-free life over here. Papa Kiko says, I'm a simple OG, Calvin. Let's see. A rusty diamond in 2 weeks headed to college. Oh, man. But you still a diamond, Papa Kiko. I'm simple, too, but I'm not a simp. See, I know my value over here. I'm not going to settle for anything less than what I absolutely want. You can't come over here, date one girl, and say, oh, this is absolute, and you're sure that this is absolutely what you want. With 2 kids and a troublesome ex, who, by the way, is a police. I'm sorry, man. I'm not picking on you, and you know I respect you, but yeah, she did something to you, man, that I wouldn't suggest anybody allow to happen to them. Don't get pee whooped over here, man. Don't get pussy whooped over here. You're going to be in trouble because they're going to put it on you. And I'm not saying this to be mean or nothing like that, but a lot of times that's all they're bringing to the table. So they're going to give it to you the best they possibly can. See? You should know already that when you get here, the motivation is finances, okay? It's up to you to move it from finance to romance. Not her. It's up to you to do that. And if you never make that transition, don't blame the Filipina, blame you. You got to turn it into, okay, you want this new life and all that, into a romance, into a real relationship. But we don't give it a chance. And then we get over there and they leave us, by the way, because we don't know them. You don't know how she's going to act in that environment over there that she's been dreaming about her whole life. She gets off the plane, her hair is on fire. Oh, I'm in America now. Oh, I'm in Britain now. Something she's always looked forward to. You don't know how she's going to react over that. But then it's too late. I got another guy. He's only been here one time, so he pulled the trigger too. because he came over here one time for 3 weeks, the only time he's ever been here. Now her visa is approved. And now he's telling me, well, I'm going to make her wait. I'm not going to bring her right over. I said, dude, you need to rethink that. I said, it's too late to be hesitant. And he says, and you know, I respect you, man. You're a good subscriber. But he says, I want to see how she's going to act. Well, it's too late. She's got the visa. By the way, she can borrow money to get over there now. She don't need you anymore. You know, it's crazy how we think, guys. You know, these are intelligent men, successful men over there. But the Filipina does something to us, man. We lose our faculties, man. Belize in Edwards says, you're 100%, Calvin. Whenever I'm in the Philippines, I control what I do. He said, Filipinos are not stupid, guys. They're not. They're not going to let you mistreat them. Okay? But they know you. They know you inside and out, man. Some women over, I'm not painting a brush. I said some. And Seth's Travel Vlogs said her mother told her that, yeah, you need to marry a foreigner when you get big. They encourage that. So they learn all that they can about you. And they know, number one, most of us that come over here, we're sexually frustrated. Okay, all you need to do is, I heard a man say this one time, to please a man, sex, food, and peace. That's it. See, we're simple. We're easy to get along with, you know, but that doesn't mean that you have to pull that damn trigger, guys. I mean, it's not a fair exchange. What does it say? Oh, yeah. Raskus says, careful before pulling that trigger. Easy come, easy go. Yeah. Let me remind you of this story. True, I belong to this Facebook group. It was called Black Men and Filipinas or something like that, or Brothers with Filipinas, something. And a guy, you know, he says he comes over here for 2 weeks, gets married, goes back. Oh, when she gets the visa, I need to go to New Jersey first. New Jersey? Everybody knew that was a red flag. What do you mean? I don't sacrifice all this time, all this money to get you this damn visa, and you don't come straight to daddy? She got to go to New Jersey first to visit the family. Everybody else but him seen those red flags. Oh, I trust her. Okay. So the 2 weeks is up. She gets to his house. While he's at work, the green card comes in the mail. She's gone. He hasn't seen her since. Been about 4 years. Oh, he did everything he could to get her deported. I'm sorry. Once they get to America, they're protected. And then you got that Filipina clique, that support group that's going to surround them and give them all the information and support they need. It's one of the most powerful support groups on the planet, guys. You don't even know what you're dealing with when you bring them women home to your country. At least get to know them first. You know, and then when it all falls apart, you want to blame the girl. Oh, she was a scammer. No, you scammed yourself. Women don't have to scam us. We're our worst enemies over here. Look at my video that I talk about that. That's the only thing you got to worry about is yourself. You know, like, wow, what should I have to worry about when I get over there? Your stupid ass self over here, rather. We're the ones doing this stuff. Okay, and here's what the guy didn't tell me, but I knew he was doing. The one who came over here, who was, he said he's chatting her since August, comes over here for 2 weeks. He's bankrolling the hell out of the woman. He didn't have to tell me that. You're not going to come over here and get married for 2 weeks if you're not already bankrolling the hell out of the lady. You're going to try to get a return on your investment. That's why I say don't send no money over here. You know, the Filipino will take that visa by itself. See, you don't have to spend any money if she knows that you're really into her and you're really going to love her and take care of her. You don't have to send her no money. The money's in that visa. A lot of the women over here, not all of them, but some now, they're looking to get out of this place. It's hard over here for some people. Very hard. Let me remind you of that. Breadwinner says, you think your main demographic age group are middle-aged white men who haven't amounted to anything prior to considering relocating to Southeast Asia? No, that's now middle-aged men, yeah. But a lot of the men on my channel, they're successful. They retired from the military, the post office. They've got businesses. They're selling their houses. They're very successful. They've amounted to a whole lot there. That's what baffles me. They're successful on that end, but when they come over here, they just melt in the hands of these women. And I can't understand it. It's like, slow down, man. Get your head together. But no, Breadwinner. These guys are successful, man. Trust me when I tell you. Believes in Edward says, Filipinos will pussy whip you guys. Be careful, they will, man. Because they know you. They know you're frustrated from over there. They know how our women treat us over there. You know how they know? The Filipina that went before them tell them that. You know. Okay? You know what? One of the first things I heard, rumors that Filipinos, what they thought about black men was this. And this is what my son's mother told me. She said, the black men like to have sex all the time. And I was like, who told you that? Well, that's just what they say. See, they say all that kind of stuff to each other. They know you, man. You know, they know you forwards and backwards. Let's see. Bill Ellis is men who want mommies. He says, Calvin, so do the white men. Yeah, absolutely. But I'm just saying that Filipinos, they have a support group. It's powerful, man. It's very powerful. And at some point over there, just like my soon-to-be ex-wife, she knew the only reason why she left. Okay, we came over here. She was here for 6 months. And guess what she did? She turns around and goes back. Now, she says, because I'm worried about the visa. We work too hard. We work too hard, she said, to get the visa. I don't want to let it, expire or whatever, right? But even with that, she goes back to America by herself, man. If you don't think this Filipino support group is powerful, no job, no place to stay, no me, okay, leaves the son behind over here. Because she knows when she gets there, man, that support group is going to wrap their arms around her. We don't do that when we come over here. We try to go it alone, and we end up getting fucked up, losing everything, getting run over because we won't ask for help. We won't share information with each other. This woman went back to America now on the other side of the planet with no job, no place to stay, no husband. Because she didn't need me. She had been there for 4.5 years. She's like, I don't need him. I can do it. I know where to get a job. I can stay with one of my sisters over there until I can get me a place. And I'm surely, if things don't work out, can find a swinging dick over there, an expat over there who loves Filipinos, but who will not get on the damn plane and come over here. See? Yeah. I'm part of that. Jeremiah House says, word up, Calvin. Yeah, man, I'm trying to share my experience with you so it don't happen to you. But my wife loved me. If she wouldn't have went back, if she'd have stayed here, we'd still be together, man. But she knew that's the reason why I couldn't talk her out of not going over there. Because she knew she didn't need me anymore. She loved me, but she didn't need me. Bray says, beware of the Filipina that you talk to, and when you come, tells you her cousin, who is a man, would take you all around everywhere. Cousin is the Philippine short for cousin ahan, which means boyfriend. Well, surely you're not going to be that stupid to have some damn. You don't need a chaperone over here. Filipinos leave you alone over here. They're not going to bother you. You don't need a chaperone. So if you're that stupid to let some man tag along with you and your girlfriend, then hell, you deserve what you're going to get, to be honest with you. Yeah, Daniel Hackney says, Bray, if she comes from a poor family, she has some serious survival skills. She will use them on, what's he saying? Hold on. She will use them, those skills, on candy-ass Western men to get our way. Yeah, and that's what happened. Here's what we don't want to admit. We're soft over there. Our society makes us soft. I don't care how hard you think you are over there. You're soft. Everything is done for us in America anyway. I don't know about Britain, Australia, but I'm pretty sure we don't have to build our own houses. We don't have to hunt. You don't even have to find a job. Hell, they literally come knocking on your door saying, hey, we're hiring. You don't have to do nothing. You're soft over there. Meanwhile, the Filipino over here is tough as nails. She has to be. It's tough over here. You have to have an edge over here to make it. All right? So you come over here with all that soft stuff, and man, they cut us to shreds if we're not careful. The only thing you really want to bring with you over here is your common sense. But the very thing we need, we throw it out the damn window the minute the plane takes off. Now imagine exchanging 2 weeks of pleasure for a visa and a lifetime of opportunities and a new life. Where is that a fair exchange, guys? Come on, man. Y'all crazy. I couldn't wait to have this live stream today, man. Y'all really disappointed me. All this time we've been talking, 18 months on my channel. You have the Philippines didn't open for 2 years. And we still making these same elementary mistakes that you should know better. You don't have to marry when you come over here. Who says that? You don't have any obligations to people here? Come on, guys. Getting real says Calvin is totally right. He said, my ex nearly destroyed me. Taiwanese, not Filipino, but Asian women are very similar. With Filipinas now, no social media whores. With Filipinas now, no social media whores, especially Facebook. Gary T says, hey, how did you enjoy your time in Boracay? What was great about it for you? What didn't you like? If you had more time, what places would you want to visit? Oh, man, I enjoyed it. It's not enough time when you go to a place like that, Gary. What I like about it, of course, I'm a beach freak. You know, that's why I came to the Philippines, and that's why I went to Cancun or Brazil, Colombia. I love the beach, and that's one good thing about Boracay. And this time, it wasn't those super crowds. If I had more time there, I'd have stayed more on that Boracay new coast, the other side of the island that I did that video with. But it's really not a whole lot you're not going to like about Boracay. If you come to the Philippines, you have to go there, man. Even if you're going to be here for 2 weeks. But I guarantee you, this guy who pulled the trigger in 2 weeks didn't go anywhere but around that woman and her family. Raskin says, Calvin, thanks for keeping it real with all of us. How else can I keep it, man? What else am I going to do? It's enough of them old fairy tale vlogs going around here about the Philippines, man. Look, y'all coming over here, man. We need each other. We need to talk amongst each other. They got the advantage because Filipinos, they're not afraid to ask for help amongst each other. They're going to stick together like glue. Okay, look, you think one of these fingers is going to hurt you if I hit you with one finger? What if I hit you with all 5 of these damn things? Or what if I hit you like this? This is the Filipino. We come over here like this. We ain't got no power trying to fight somebody like this. Meanwhile, the Filipino's slapping the hell out of your ass, beating the hell out of your ass because she's got the support group, guys. Wake up, man. You can't do it by yourself over here. If you think you can, you're getting lucky, man. I promise you. Ray B101 said, reminds me of Project Girls. Yeah, they look good, but they've been around. And your dick ain't nothing. Yeah, see, we make a big deal out of sex. With Filipinos are so natural that they know sex is no big deal. It's just like breathing. That's what it really is. But where we come from, it's a big deal. In America, where I come from, a naked body still intimidates people. But over here, they're like, okay, I have sex with you because you're my husband, or you're my boyfriend, my fiance. My culture says that that's okay. Okay. But we come over here, we're dry as a bone, not realizing that you're going to get sex when you come over anyway. Sex doesn't mean you have to get married. It doesn't mean you got to sign over everything. Robert Dame says, visit first before you sell everything and go. Yeah. Yeah, this video is telling you visit a few times before you sign over everything to her. Same thing, really, because he's taking her back to America. Chris Williams says, Calvin is preaching it tonight. These guys are not going to listen. When a man is thirsty and get a taste, it's over. It's true, man, but I'm telling you to slow it down, man. You're going to get that taste. You're going to get that anyway. Believe it or not. But we don't try to even think about that. We think, oh, this is the only one I'm going to get. This is the last, I better hurry up and, make a decision. No, you're the diamond. It's like, do you think if you're holding a lottery ticket in your hand that you're going to let that lottery ticket go, or you're going to tear it up and throw it away? When you come over here, man, it's like she's hit the lottery. Y'all don't understand. See, here's how the dating sites and all these 90-day fiance and all of that stuff gets your man messed up. You think that men are coming over here all the time seeing these Filipinas, man. It's not true, man. We come over here, but only a tiny, tiny percent of Filipinos ever get a Western man. It's women on those dating sites that have been on there for years. And no one's ever come over here. You're still a big deal over here. But we don't think that, because we see all this stuff on these dating sites and stuff. It has you fooled. You think, oh, it's no big deal anymore. Oh, it's just like when you're in the Philippines, it's like that everywhere. No, man, you are a big deal over here. You're in the driver's seat. Whatever you say goes over here, buddy. I don't care. And I ain't talking about being mean and mistreating anybody. So if you come over here and you want to be a cubic zirconia, you want to trade that diamond in and be a cubic zirconia, okay. Yeah, Robert Dane said, don't be afraid to tell her no. She hears no all the time. Every day of her life in the Philippines, it's a way of life. That's something I said on the video. That's true. But we come over here, we want to impress the Filipino, not realizing just you coming over here is going to impress her if you don't do nothing else, because it's so rare, guys, even in 2022, that somebody she's chatting with is going to come over here. She may see it happening down the street or in the province, but she don't see it that often. The fact that you got on a plane, first of all, now they're spending like $2,000, 100,000 pesos over here to fly 18 hours over here just to see her. Man, you don't got to do nothing else, but we do that and everything. We sell the whole kitchen sink for 2 weeks of pleasure, man. My God. And it's just, this isn't me saying it, man. I'm not the only one saying this, guys. You guys are phenomenally successful over there in everything you do. But when you get over here, you act like, oh man, you don't know what to do. He said, Calvin, Filipinos need to thank you. Sunshine Shoulders is going to be responsible for a lot of marriages and relationships. You've done great advertising. Well, not really. I'm trying to save guys, man. Really. Urban Guitar Legend says, you're like the big brother I never had. There was a guy that got married over the internet. Not sure if you're referring to the dude from the Filipino P channel. No, this is one of my subscribers, man. I respect the guy. But I was just kind of disappointed. And I had to tell him in the email, I said, man, I'm not discouraging you. But I'm just saying, man, what it was the rush. And then he started telling me, maybe I'm rebounding from my divorce. Or maybe he says, I feel like time is running out for me. I said, but that's no reason for you to get married. Those are reasons for you not to get married. Just come over here and enjoy yourself. He bought the cow, the barn, and an extra supply of milk. Not realizing that the Filipino he's dealing with is in such a situation. He could have got that milk, free milk, for a long, long time. Okay? Without being mean to her, without taking advantage of her. She got 2 kids and a troublesome ex. Yeah, she sped him up. She's like, I'm ready to get out of here, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to get you to pull that trigger. And that's what she did. He said she did everything for me. Put on my clothes in the morning, took them off at night. The things that they do, man. But we're not used to it. So we lose our minds. I don't care if you take off my clothes. Hell, you want to. I'm not going to marry you. Raska says, when thirsty, take one sip of water at a time. But we're just trying to get to know what waiting for us over here. That's all my vlogs are doing. We're trying to share information because they know you. They know if you come over here, they got you more than likely. They got you more than likely because they know. They said, oh, this guy, he's divorced. There's women over there treat him like he's a damn loser, not getting sex, because that's all he's talking about online is sex. I know what to do. I'm going to get up under his hood and tinker with it, give him the tune up with a free oil change and lube job. Then I'm going to get everything I want. The guy, what he didn't say was he was bankrolling the hell out of this girl. The only way that you're going to come over here and get married in 2 weeks is you giving up a lot of money. And if you wasn't before, you are now because it's expensive. If she don't live in Manila, you got to pay for a plane ticket back and forth to get the medical, the interviews, hotel rooms, food. She's probably going to take somebody in her family with her. Yeah, if you haven't spent, you're going to spend now. And here's the thing. Once that money you send off, whether you check to see if she was married or not, that Cinemar, that money that you send that for that I-29, the I-129 form, that's non-refundable. So if you find out she's married or she got a criminal record or something like that, well, it's too late. You don't get that money back. Moochie Chi said, Calvin, what's his reason for pulling the trigger so fast? Was he married before? Did you ask him? Well, he told me. I didn't even ask him. I just asked him. I said, why were you in such of a rush? He said, maybe I'm on a rebound from my divorce. He said, and he's 50 years old. Sounds to me like he's in the middle of a midlife crisis. He says, feels like I'm running out of time. Well, he's going to run out of time whether you get married or not. And I'm not picking on him, but I got to share this stuff, guys. I would never tell his name or anything like that. To help somebody else when you come over here. Don't do that. Don't do it. There's no reason for you to do it. Billy says in Thailand, we're not the prize only in fields. Yeah, but you know why, don't you? Because there's 40 million of you over there on a typical year, pre-pandemic, where over here it's only 8 million. You're right. John Gomez says that they sell American style condoms there. No. This is a big Roman Catholic, population, and the Catholic Church frowns on rubbers and what do you call it, any type of like that, So they're old. If you can find them, they're gonna be old. They're gonna be small. They're probably gonna break on you, man. He said, Bill, I said, yes. Do they have small condoms? But yeah, 18 to 80, blind, crippled, and crazy guys. If you are considered a loser in your country, the minute you get off the plane over here, you're a winner, man. That's all that's all the reason for this live stream is. But if you automatically go to the top of the food chain, then you got to bring your attitude up here too. If not, they're gonna drag you all the way back down anyway. If you just slow down, you can have whatever you want over here. But we won't slow down. We see this young girl that we've never seen before. She's like it's like a fantasy on steroids. She's beautiful, smooth skin, long flowing hair, booty shorts, or else skinny jeans. I mean, nobody wears skinny jeans like Filipinas. She's smelling good. You can smell the cream silk in her hair in the taxi. And she's going to do whatever you want the minute you get to the hotel. Some guys just freak out off of that. I'm just telling you that you don't have to freak out on it. That eventually the dust is going to settle and you're going to be sitting across the table from somebody that you don't have a damn thing in common with. Get to know her first. Find out, what she likes, what she don't like. Can you cook? Why do you want to come to my country? Because evidently they've been talking about it. Because, man, imagine that. 2 weeks and he's trying to bring her over there already, man. I hope it works out for him. Daniel Hackney says the 50-year-old guy you were talking about should be more concerned about running out of money, not time, if the girl he married is a scammer. We're not even saying she's a scammer. We're not saying that. We're just saying he doesn't know she's a scammer. I don't know if she's a scammer. It's too soon. And that's the problem, especially when you're coming over here making that big of a commitment. He probably doesn't even realize that he's got to sign an affidavit of support to take care of the woman for 10 years, no matter what over there. We don't know this stuff, but we don't care because our head's not in the right place when we get here. Sex is not a reason for you to get married, man. These women aren't scammers, though. That's what I'm trying to tell you. We're scamming ourselves. They don't have to scam you. Guys are sending money. The woman doesn't even have to ask them. She's not going to ask you anyway because there's something called an unspoken agreement. That, do I need to remind you what that is? That, I'm going to do whatever you want me to do so long as you do whatever I want you to do, which is take care of me, give me a new life, give me a visa. And if you want me to, give you a tune-up, I will. It's no big deal because I'm going to have to give a tune-up over here anyway. So why not do it for a visa and a lifetime opportunity? Yeah, Moochie T said, Calvin, let's hope and pray all works out for the brother. And I do want it to work out. I'm just saying, but Moochie T, when the odds is in your favor, 10,001, and you place $2 bet, that's your fault. See, what he should have did was give himself more time to get to know the lady. That's all I'm saying. He said, who knows? It may be the best decision he ever made, even though the odds are stacked against him. How old is the wife? I think she's 35 with 2 kids and a troublesome boyfriend. I'm just saying, man, But most of us can't even think about getting a 35-year-old woman in our own country, let alone it's going to, be cooperative. Hey, Journey, Trials, and Joy. Thanks for the super chat. He said, I want to go to the Philippines because I worry about money. I was going to save 20,000 so I can travel and have a safety issue. Is that too much? No, it depends on how long you're going to be here. I mean, some guy says, oh, you don't want to carry that much cash on you. Look, man, they've got a debit card for a reason. You don't have to carry cash. Leave the money in the bank. You just have your debit card with you. I would say bring at least $1,000, though. That would be 51,000 pesos. You can get around, get your hotel, Airbnb, or whatever you're going to do. Pay the taxi, buy you some food, and that sort of thing. There's a lot of places, even though these restaurants, they're going to have the credit card, scanner or whatever you call it. When you get there, we want cash. And then that way, when you run out of money, you can go to ATM if you're just going to be here on vacation. Or you could do the Western Union or something like that. But yeah, Muchichi, I hope the guy, I wish him nothing but the best of luck. He's a great guy. It's just, man, we don't understand the risk we're taking when we do that. I mean, you trying to get away from stress, and you just created stress for yourself. Now you done signed the papers. It's too late. Well, he can cancel them at any time before it's approved. But now you're wondering, did I do the right thing? What's going to happen when she gets over here? Well, it's too late for that. Grumpy Dude Brian, what's up, man? He said, if you have a Filipino who says she loves you and says she is willing not to have kids, remember this name, Diane 35, the best birth control on the planet, made by Bayer Medical in the Philippines. Wow. Yeah, that's good news for me. How do you get a hold of that? Craig says, let's see. What do you say? Where is this? I want to read that, by the way. Wait. Sorry, guys, but this was something that I want. Okay, here it is. He says, Craig Beats it. Calvin, how crazy would someone look packing 350 plus rubbers for a 90-day stay? Oh, they wouldn't even be crazy. You'd just be in a box. That sent me some, top of the line rubbers over here in a neatly shaped box. If I put it in my luggage, underneath my clothes, hell, they wouldn't think nothing of it. It'd probably be a good thing for you to do because she's not going to ask you for them. That's going to be at your discretion. See? Philip Bailey says, has COVID made them want to come more? Yeah, I think it has. But that's no excuse to get married, man. I don't understand why are we in such a hurry to get married? Can somebody tell me that? That's all I want to know. Can somebody tell me why we're in such a hurry to get married? That's what I don't know. Really. Toronto Brad, he's over here now. He said, I love the Philippines so far. Yeah, I know you do. Anybody that comes here, especially their first time, you're going to fall in love with the Philippines. And that's what I would suggest. Don't fall in love because she's not going to love you right away. They don't trust us. For anybody to join us late, the exchange rate is 51.31, which is a great exchange rate. If you didn't know, when I came over here, it was 53.84, almost 54 pesos. That's the highest I'd ever seen it. And I think the more the world opens up, the higher that dollar's going to go over here, because during the pandemic, people didn't realize that the dollar went down because people didn't need the dollar. The importing and exporting, wasn't even, it basically stopped. They didn't need the dollar anymore. Hey, Urban Guitar Legend, thanks for the super chat. He said, exactly. You nailed it. We are scamming ourselves. Well said, sir. Well said. Fall in love with the Philippines. The woman will be there either way. Hope to connect with you when I come to the Philippines. Going to Paris in April. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons I made, thank you, brother, by the way, this guest house. A lot of guys say, hey, man, I want to meet you. Well, now there's no excuse. If you got your passport and your itinerary and they match up and you're a subscriber, you can stay there free of charge. And it's not going to be just some little rinky-dink place. This is going to be on my property. It's going to be nice. And it's not going to cost you anything. But yeah, man, we do scam ourselves, but we try to blame it on the Filipina. She doesn't, that's smart enough to know how generous we are. See, that's what it is. I say it to you again, man. We raised $13 million for George Floyd's family when he died. I mean, that's an unbelievable amount of money to raise for a stranger. I don't know if we raised that money as a statement. And then we raised several million more for his sister. And I guess they felt guilty and they shut that one down. But we're generous, and they know that. They know Westerners are generous, man. And we are. And some people, they don't even have to take advantage of it, man. We take advantage of ourselves because we don't understand the economics over here. We don't understand the peso over here. So we'll send somebody $300 or $400 because it's not much to us over there, not realizing, hell, that's 6 months pay over here, for a lot of people, the masses. There's call center agents over here who earn 20, 30, 40,000 pesos a month. Journey, Trials, and Joy, thanks for the super chat. Said, trying to go see my girlfriend of 3 years. When I go, I'll go for a month so I can know her better. That's why I wanted to save 20,000. Man, that's a lot of money over here for 1 month. I mean, if you just wanted to even if you bought 10,000 for 1 month here in the Philippines, man, that's a lot of money. Even if you bought 5,000 over here for 1 month, just for 1 month, it's a lot of money, man. Philippines, see, this is what I'm talking about. We have no, and I'm not talking about you, but I'm saying we have no knowledge of the economics over here and how the peso works and all of that, man. $20,000 in 1 month over there. The more money you have, the more you're gonna spend. You bring that 20,000 like I did. When you go home, you're gonna spend a whole lot more. You're gonna look back and end up spending a whole lot more than you wanted to. Journey, Trials, and Joy, thanks for super chat. Said, not in rush to get married, getting old, 38 now. Man, that's young. And I just don't understand why we're so infatuated with getting married to Filipinas. And we don't know them. It's a steep learning curve over here, guys. You would never, I don't care how long you've been chatting with her, it's not long enough. And what's worse than being married to somebody and you find out you have nothing in common, you end up not liking each other. Now you going through the same thing that you've been trying to escape over there. When all you got to do is come over here, take your time. If you're not going to live here, go back and forth a few times. Make sure she's who she says she is. Give her a chance to get to know you too. Because because the Filipinos, they don't feel that spark, but to hell with a spark. If you're going to go ahead and pull the trigger, she don't give a damn about a spark. You're going to go and pull the trigger and get the visa. It ain't even about the spark anymore. Because she knows when she gets over there, she can easily find a swinging dick over here. A expat who loves Filipinos, but he's not going to get on the plane and come over and see her. But now she, you don't just simply exchange hands with her. You given her the royal flush and you took the damn pair of deuces and Jack High. Because now she's in America. Men are going to be fawning and falling all over, telling her she's beautiful a million times a day. And then it's going to trigger that, I got this old, sorry motherfucker, excuse my language, waiting at home. But that's what you get when you get in a rush like that. Billy says, I think if you date a 20, 25-year-old Filipina, she wants marriage. Well, who cares what she wants, man, right now? You're dealing with a stranger. It's about what you want. How many live streams I've done when I always remind you guys, why do we always worry about what the Filipino wants? We never talk about what we want. We should spend more time talking about what we want, what we expect, what our expectations are. What? Why are you worried about what she wants? You don't even know her. She's a stranger. Let's see. Harold Till said, what's a visa? Yeah, that's the attitude you should have, really, because we're giving away visas for a penny. We're giving away visas for a penny like they don't mean anything. They're life-changing. People are literally dying right now to get over in America. I don't know about any of these other places, but I'm pretty sure they are, these Western countries. But we giving them away for nothing. 2 weeks of pleasure. That's not enough. If anything, man, she's got to earn the visa. I'm sorry, guys. Y'all giving them away too easy. Crazy, man. You giving away a visa? That's nothing to play with, man. It's nothing to play with. Meanwhile, you try to get, you try to get a special visa over here and see how much it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. If I wanted a visa over here, a permanent resident visa, which is equal to our green card over there, it would cost me 20 grand. I'd have to put 20 grand in the bank, and let it stay there. I couldn't touch it the whole time I'm over here, as protection, against me being a burden on the country. But we come over here and we just sign it over. Thanks for the super chat, Journey Trials and Joy. He said, you say about the red pill community that say never bring her back because the USA is so backwards she would become corrupted. Well, I did a video, and I don't disparage anybody either way because Journey Trials and Joy, some guys, they have to bring her back. If you fall in love and, you really want to get married and you want to, spend time with her, because I'm not going to say the rest of your life. Most of us that get married, we get divorced. They're not old enough, so you have no choice. But if you're old enough to retire over here and that's what you want to do, I would do that. My video is about the risk that you run when you take her back. A lot of risk, man. Because you're talking about culture shock, man. We get culture shock when we come over here, but it's so much crazier when you turn that around and when you take a Filipino, because we don't get to know these women. We don't even know where they come from, where they live, how they were raised. We don't know anything. And then we try to bring them to our home country. Don't you know some of these women, man, people like, I want a province girl. All provinces aren't the same. All squatter areas aren't the same. You got to know where you're bringing her from. Some of these women, we literally are picking them up from the mud. And I'm not being mean or anything. I'm just telling you the real life. You take them out of the mud, and then you take them over there to America or England or somewhere, and then when she loses her damn man, you want to blame it on her? No, you need to blame yourself, man. There's a dynamic you can never see online. And when you come over here, she may take you around her family once or twice the 2 weeks you're here. You need to be more than that. All you have to do is take a ride. If you come to San Carlos, I'll take you on a bus ride from here to Bacolod. And you're going to see just the houses along the way in the mountains and stuff like that. in these provinces and stuff. You have to know where these women are coming from, man, before you just want to marry them, wife them up, and take them home. It's a steep learning curve over here, guys. This is not your home country, man. I keep saying it, but man, you know, we just get pussy whooped over here and get stupid. And we do some stupid stuff, man, but you got to slow down and get to know the women, get to know the culture, because they're going to do a lot of things over here. They're going to do a lot of things that you're not going to like. It's going to turn you off. So at least give yourself a chance to decide, do I really want this or not? They're going to do some things that are so different than what you're used to that it's going to turn you off. I don't care how good looking she is. I don't care how good the tune-ups are. So, you know, go through that a few times and then find out, is this really what I really want? And if you come up to the answer yes, then proceed with caution. Oh, yeah. John Gomez says, it still bugs me out, the price of that beautiful house. Wow. Yeah, 20,000 is a lot of money over here, though, John. It's 1 million pesos. Remember the video that I did, that 1-to-1 peso to the dollar? That's an easy way for you to kind of understand how the peso works over here. I'm talking about the degree of difficulty of a Filipino the average Filipino now, of the masses, coming up with 1 million pesos all at once. It's the same degree of difficulty as you trying to come up with $1 million over in America. I promise you that. And I argue with anybody about it. That is a lot of money over here, especially when you earning these. He's hiring his crew. Okay, he's paying these top. If you're skilled, it's 500 pesos a day. That's $10 a day. And if you're a helper, it's $300 a day. 300 pesos. I mean, sorry, 500 pesos a day. That's $10. 300 pesos a day. That's $6. And remember, you got to live. You got to buy food, you know, transportation. You got rent. You try to come up with 1 million pesos off of 300 per day. You get an idea of what I'm saying. EJ Lugo says you don't need 20,000 US to visit their homeboy. 1 million Filipino pesos, more or less. Yeah, that's a lot of money, man. I mean, I would bring 2,000 or 3,000 in cash. I'd have the rest on my debit card. I wouldn't bring all that. Journey Trials and Joy, thanks for the super chat. Said, yeah, lady looks poor. What I worry about is sanitation, toilets, and clean water when I get there. I shouldn't fear since I was born in Ghana. Yeah, here's what people don't understand. And, you know, I did that on my video, what outsiders get wrong about the Philippines. When you go to these hotels and different places like that, you're going to have good sanitation, clean water. You're going to have accommodations similar to what you're used to. It's only when you start staying with your girlfriend wherever she's from. I live in a squatters area before I came to St. Carlos City for 6 months. But every squatters area is not the same, but that water and the sanitation is different than what it is in my house. But yeah, but unless you're going to live with her and her family, you're going to have that to worry about. You're going to have toilets and good sanitation and clean water in the Philippines. Big Ass Daddy says men are undervalued in Western society. Western men have a much higher sexual marketplace value in Southeast Asia or in South America or Africa. Okay, that may be true, but is that a reason to get married? Is that a reason to give a woman a visa? And that's all I'm saying. I'm not discouraging you from helping your Filipino and giving her a new life. That's not what I'm saying. but get to know her first. Moochie T says, Tito, these guys are going to give Calvin a heart attack with their recklessness. He said Calvin built the whole house for $20,000. Yeah, $20,000 over here. Because one guy said, I'm going to bring $8,000 over here. I'm going to be here for 2 weeks. I'm like, wow, that's a lot of money over here, guys. I mean, that's a lot of money. But yeah, lady, depends on what part of lady is. That if you're going to lady, make sure that if you're going to Tacloban and anywhere near like Samar, you check that weather, man, because that's Typhoon Alley over there. EJ Lugo says, I'm a 63-year-old New York City from the Bronx boy, retired U.S. Army living in Cebu, Philippines. I have been living like a king for over 3 years now. And that's the story of most of us who come over here, let the dust settle, use our common sense, take a good look around you. And that's usually what's going to happen. But when you come over here with your pants on fire, because that's what's going to happen to a lot of us. Your pants is on fire. They're going to get you, man. Efren Dunlap says, good morning, Calvin, Mr. Nitty Gritty. Great live stream. A fool and money and man will soon separate. They're going to separate you because that euphoria is going to hit you. That excitement is going to hit you. And then you got this beautiful woman standing in front of you. You don't have a chance unless you get your wits together, man. You're not going to have, you don't stand a chance. I don't get mad at these guys because I know I see it all the time. I know what's waiting over here. They have no clue. But man, and then you, like I said, you get back to the hotel and you see this woman with the perfect body and says, take me, I'm yours. Do with me what you will. Just don't hurt me or mistreat me. You never had that before. Since you were 19 or 20, guys lose their mind. Harold Teal says, I'm retired Army also. He's asking you, EJ Lugo, do you have a retired visa? Biola says, I'm going to bring all my money in a canvas bag with the money sign painted on the outside, going to marry the first woman who smiles at me. And he's making a joke, but this is what we do. Okay, if you think that you think his story is not the typical story. If you think his story is not the typical story, it is. I'll tell you, I've got a friend, and I consider him a good friend now. His name is Donald. That's it. He married his girlfriend. She's actually from Negros Occidental, somewhere in between. So not right outside Bacala, I think Cabanca line or somewhere like that. He came over one time. He was 50 at the time. She was 19. And they got married. They've been together ever since, though. But I don't know the behind the scenes stuff. But I know that he spent a lot of money on her family because he won't let her work in America. So I guess that's the decision they've made. I mean, he spent millions of pesos on her family over here. But yeah, guys come over here and get married like that all the time. And it just shocks me. I'm like, but why do we do it? I don't understand that. Nobody's ever tried to say it over here. Why do we do it? Why do we think that we're obligated to get married? I mean, especially so fast. No one's ever said, because I don't know the answer to that one. But we do it. And, one of my subscribers, 3 days he was over here. How are you going to know somebody for 3 days? No matter how long you've been chatting with him online. And he goes back and is going to do the visa work. Luckily, her best friend snitched her out and told her, look, she's already engaged to this Japanese guy over here too. See, the only thing that saves us from ourselves is a lot of Filipinos, majority of them, they're good people. And they're not going to take advantage of you. That's the only thing that saves us from ourselves. See? Because really, if they thought the way we thought over there in the West, man, a lot of us been in trouble a long time ago. But they don't. They're really outstanding people. But that doesn't mean come over here and marry them. Moochie T says, Calvin, guys really don't understand the real true value of the dollar. And that's everywhere. He says, in Colombia, the exchange rate is 4 times. Lunch can cost 10 million pesos, which is $2.50. I treat it like $10. That's the best way to look at it. Yeah, and that's what I said. You know, if you do that dollar to dollar, and you talk about the degree of difficulty for a Filipino to come up with a peso is the same degree of difficulty as it takes an American to come up with a dollar, then you'll kind of get a grasp on the money that you spend over here, how much you send over here, because that's the best way that I can come up with it. Because otherwise you have no clue. So we send a lot more money than we have to, and we spend a lot more money than we should, because we don't even try to get a grasp on it. We just come over here and get excited. And you taking these women to these 4- and 5-star hotels when a 2-star hotel is an upgrade for her. I mean, she'll be overjoyed. A 1-star, really, believe it or not, it's an upgrade. Norsky Nork says, how's Baguio area, Calvin? I've never been to Baguio. But, you know, all the videos you see, it's become a big tourist attraction. A lot of Americans and foreigners live up that way. It's a nice place. It's cooler, but I've never been there. I don't have any boots on the ground experience there. I've spent all of my time in the Visayas region and Mindanao. And you ask me about those areas, and I can tell you, but I don't spend a whole lot of time in Luzon. Only if I have to go to Manila. When I got my son, CRBA, that's the last time I was in Manila. That was February of 2019. Let's see what he's saying. Okay, Top Boxing says it's the need to be with someone and claim someone as ours. That's the reason people get married so quick. See, when you come over here, one thing you're going to realize, because you're going to get a new life over here. It's so much different than what you're leaving from in the West that you're really literally going to get a new life. I live a stress-free life over here. After a while, you're going to think, well, you know, I don't need a woman to validate me. So a lot of times, it's just the thinking over there. I want the trophy wife. You know, it makes me look good. You know, look at me. I'm successful now. And after a while of being over here, that sort of thinking leaves you. And you're like, I don't need a woman to validate me. And by the way, these women over here, they're so approachable. They're so friendly that I could probably just go out and, you know, I'm not going to have a problem finding a woman. So I don't need to make that such a priority. We hit the ground running after these women. They're just standing there looking at you like, what's wrong with you? Are you stupid? Tito Chasa, Calvin, through experience in traveling back and forth to the Philippines, I learned to fall in love with the Philippines. Absolutely. Seeing the same Filipino for 10 years, she's not going anywhere. I mean, I couldn't have said it any better. As a matter of fact, I have said that same thing. But we get in such a hurry, Tito Cha, and I understand it, though. That's why I talk about it. That's why I say, look, guys, slow down. Let the dust settle. Find out who's sitting across the table from you before you start making all these commitments. You're not obligated to get married. Why are they making us feel like we're obligated to marry them? Yeah, you've made some promises, because everybody that comes over here and sees a Filipino, you've made some promises, but you don't have to make those kind of promises. Those are, man, metaverse promises we're making. You never met the girl and you're already talking about visa and marriage and all of that, man. Come on, man. Slow down, guys. Yeah, Harold Teal says henpecked simps, they can't control themselves. Grumpy Dude Brian says the stories Calvin tells are very similar and very accurate to those of us who spent time or married in the fields. Calvin knows my backstory from 2007, but he has been kind enough not to share it. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't do, I keep people anonymous. This guy's probably watching now. Only he knows who I'm talking about, you know. So there's no need to get angry. I want to share his story because I just did a video about that. All this stuff I've been sharing with everybody all this time, but guys already told me this. And Calvin, they're not listening to you. Retired 2019 said, they're not listening to you, man. They're going to come over and do the exact opposite of what you're saying. And that's the only reason I'm talking about it today, because that's exactly what he did. We've been sharing this stuff for 18 months, and I'd be damned if he didn't come over here and do that same thing. Like, what's going on with us, man? But to add madness to his situation, she's got 2 kids and a troublesome ex. That's what's so crazy about it. Is she even single? If the man's a police, more likely he married her. Because I think, the Philippines, man, they've got a lot of, we don't give them enough credit. If you get a job like that, I think you got to be married. They hold you accountable or something. There's certain moral, clauses and stuff over here that they adhere to. There's a lot of order over here in the Philippines that I've grown to like, because I grew up with no order over there. It's like, freedom to do whatever the hell you want to do. Go crazy, kill yourself. Sometimes it's too much freedom. But over here, there's a lot of order. And I think, hell, he better be careful, man. He should have checked. A cinema is one of the first things you want to do when you start getting serious with these women over here. To let you know, that's just a certificate, proof of singleness. It proves to them and to you that they're single, that, they're not married. Because a friend of mine over here, hell, he was on my channel on the panel. He told you. He paid for an annulment, took 5 years. He paid 150,000 pesos. Okay. Let's see. K. Dallas says they're desperate. Yeah, but see, the Filipina's going to be with you no matter what, because she knows a lot of times that you're her lottery ticket out of here. And in some cases, out of some hard, tough situations, man. I'm trying to be nice because I respect the people over here and I respect the culture. And we didn't make the rules, but because they know that some of us, we're the lottery ticket out of here. And she's not stupid. They're intelligent. They're going to say, okay, if you want to wait, we've been waiting this long, just take care of me. Don't mistreat me. Give me a new life while we're waiting. They'll do that. But we never ask the Filipino what she wants. We try to make all the decisions and we end up screwing ourselves. Instead of asking, I say, is it okay if we get to know each other for a little while? I'm going to marry you now. I love you and I like you and you're a nice woman, but can we hold on for a little while, get to know each other? I'm still going to take care of you, by the way, and give you a good life. What Filipino is going to say no to that? Yeah, they're going to agree to that. Hide in the shadow says, stay away from the 3-ring circus. First, the engagement ring. Second, the wedding ring. And third is the supper ring. Yeah. But you can't blame, and Bill L says the 4th ring is the child ring. Ken Swallow says we are just walking retirement packages for the girls. It's a way to look at it, man. They're not stupid. Remember, initially, it's finance. It's up to you to transition that to romance. And if you don't do it, don't blame the Filipinos, blame yourself. If you can't move it, you can't move it from finance to romance, because every single relationship, foreigner, Filipina, and I'll argue with anybody about this. And it's initially, man, it's finance. It's initially that. And just because you're the exception that just proves the rule to be correct. Most of the women over here, they're looking for a new way of life, man. There's nothing wrong with that. We shouldn't hold the Filipina feet to the fire for that. Everybody wants a new life. Joshua L says the green card is very valuable. Absolutely. But Joshua, we don't seem to think so. We think that all the woman 2 weeks of pleasure, that's enough. Not realizing there's people who right now, while we're having this live stream, they're giving their life to try to get not the green card, but just to get over the wall or to get over the border. But we come over here and just throw visas around, making it rain with visas over here, man. We're stupid. That's the only way I can tell you. I'm sorry, you can get mad at me for saying it, but you come over here and you just give away that visa like that without knowing who you're giving it to, man, you're stupid. And I'm not going to sugarcoat it, man. Come on, guys. Don't do that. The visa's too valuable, and you don't even know if she deserves it or he deserves it. At least find out if they deserve it. We just handed it to them like, here's a new life, whether you deserve it or not. Then they go over there, run off from your ass. Then you're going to get mad at her and then say, oh, Filipinos are scammers. No, you scammed yourself. Oh, okay, Mo. He says, hey, Calvin, I've been packing my bag today, picking up last-minute items. So I'm excited for guys like Mo that's coming over here. He is not trying to get married. He's just coming over here to see, hey, let's see if the Philippines, let me fall in love with the Philippines. That's his attitude. If I meet a woman and, we happen to hit it off, then yeah, but I'm not going to marry her now right away because I'm going to use the common sense that God gave me. Just my common sense, that's all. And you're going to be okay. But most of us, we throw that out the window, and it ends up costing us. Val's basket case says, yes, every Filipina has her allowance. There's nothing wrong with taking care of. I take care of every woman that I've ever been with, American, Filipino. I dated a Cuban woman before. But that's not what I'm saying. That's after she proved to me that she was who she said she was. It didn't, I'm not just going to do that to strangers. Yeah, infinite loop, making it rain with visas. Yeah, that's what we do. We're ignorant like that, man. And we owe society a greater debt than that. We're bringing people over there that we don't even know that not only may cause us harm, but may cause somebody else harm over there. But we're just throwing them around like, okay, just give me the tune up. That's good enough. AC King says, can a Western guy play broke over there and still attract a woman? I want to go there and live like a local, adopt their habits and blend in. Then look for a woman with that work. Well, you don't have to play broke. Okay, AC. Remember, Filipinos aren't stupid. They know that you're not going to come over here. How did you get over here in the first place? It costs a lot of money to come over here. You don't have to do that, though. You're not going to, they're going to be attracted to you. That visa's worth more money than you got in the bank. Filipinos work for themselves. They will take that visa, that new lifetime of opportunities, and turn it into a fortune. They do it all the time. It's not only about money unless you stay over here. You give them that visa, man. They know that you 18 to 80, blind, crippled, or crazy. If you can sign on the dotted line for that visa, they want you, okay? It's not about coming over here and lying and fooling yourself and all that, because you're not gonna fool them. Not like that. You know, they gonna know already you got what they want. Mr. Vegas said, Cal never get tired of watching people open their band boxes. Imagine getting socks and underwear as a gift and being happy about it. Yeah, man. Especially over here. Wait, let me see something. Hold on, guys. Y'all think I'm joking. I got to show y'all this before I get off here. If I can find this. Okay, here. Now, I'm going to show you. These are a pair of 2X underwear that I bought over here in the Philippines. Now, I want to show you, by the way, these things are so little now. This is not a 2X. If I wear these are like wearing boy shorts on me, like booty shorts. Look how little these things are. Okay, I'll show you how little they are. There's my hand. But I bought this is a 2X over here. Okay? Y'all think I'll be playing, man. I'm not playing. This is the nitty gritty, man. I'm going to tell you like it really is over here. You better bring you some underwear, T-shirts. You know, when those guys sent me that stuff over here, man, it's like Christmas. Yeah. Quest Life says, I would never advise this, but you can leverage your green card for 10 or 20,000 cash and more. Yeah, you're cheating yourself. Imagine if you, in America, what's minimum wage now? $15 an hour, something like that. What would that be? Just $600 a week? That's about, okay, that's 30 grand a year. You give somebody a green card for 100 grand in 3 years, they got their money back. Everything else is profit. Not only that, but the standard of living and all of that increases. Shit, you better could be asking more than 10 or 20,000. There's no money that you can put on a new life, especially we give it away so easy because we take it for granted. We've grown up our whole lives. I'm 58, you know, with the freedom to come and go and all that as I please. You can't look at it from the eyes of somebody who's living in crippling poverty, man. Some people that you come over to see, they're living in crippling poverty. You can't even wrap your mind around it. And you want to talk about giving them a visa, they're going to do every damn thing you want to do and some more to get that. And then you come over here and give it to them for a penny. Literally for nothing. Come on, man. Oh, yeah. Arvo Hedrick, it's my buddy, too. This guy's smart businessman up in Luzon. Remember I told some guy says, hey, is your audience middle-aged white men who never accomplish anything? No. Most of the guys on my channel, they're successful, man, over there. But he says, thanks for the super chat. He said, before we were down with our Filipino girlfriend, wife, fix yourself first. The payoff and returns are huge. It's simple. Her family asked me one thing. Are you happy? Respect her and you have our support. Never ask for anything. Absolutely. But we come over here, we bring our Western thinking over. I got to impress this woman because most of the time when we go out and buy these fancy cars, everything we buy in America is to impress not only women, but the men. We're trying to impress other men. You come over here, we spend way too much money trying to impress these women. You know, you can't miss what you never had. We take them to 4- and 5-star hotels, these fancy restaurants. I took the young lady I ended up marrying from Zamboanga. I took her to the restaurant one time. They give us the menu and she won't order. And I'm like, what's going on? She says, I don't know how to use a menu. And I'm not putting her down. She just said never, you know. Usually in the Philippines, you go to a place when it's calendaras or something like that. The menu is, they'll go to a place that they're familiar with, and they order the same thing over and over. There is no menu really, but they usually just open the pot and look in. That's the menu for them. I'm trying to impress her. End up spending all that money for nothing. I could have took her to the calendara, hell, and spent 75 pesos, man. She'd have been just as happy. Hey, Timothy Bright, thanks for the super chase at Honey Nut Cheerios. How's it going, Cal and everyone? I'm sending a donation to support the channel like I did in the past. How many subscribers do you have now? Hey, thank you so much, Tim. The last time I counted, I think it's like 30. YouTube keeps up. There's like 33,800 something. And I never take that for granted. I mean, that's really amazing, really. Beat Your Life says, that's great advice, Arbor Hedrick. It's because he's been over here so many times, man. This is not his first rodeo. Y'all think that I'm giving y'all life-shattering information. I'm not. I'm just, if other people had a video, a vlog, a YouTube channel, and they were not afraid to say the things that I'm saying, they're going to tell you the same things, guys. This isn't nothing new. Hey, Gleason Baker, thank you, brother. I like hearing from him because he was getting close with John. Doug Carr was getting close with John. There's a lot of guys, you dirty puppy. I had coffee with him the other day. These were guys that John was really excited about meeting over here, and he never got a chance. Imagine John died only less than a month before the Philippines was getting ready to open, man. I don't even like to think about it. So crazy. Oh, Jerome Spencer said, hey, Calvin, I just had a Colombian tune-up and oil change. Oh, man. I went to. And I'm giving y'all experience. When I talk about men and stupid stuff they doing, I'm talking about myself. When I went to Brazil and I went to Colombia, I promise you, we were only going to be there like 4 or 5 days. I spent all my money in the first day for tune-up and oil changes, So it's not like I don't know what I'm talking about. I know. Door 14 says, Calvin, talk about girlfriend using the recipes and the like. But see, they don't use, Filipinos, they cook over here. The ones I've dealt with by memory, they don't use any, like you get like Sam Champion and Jeffrey Tatter and them, they sent me this macaroni and cheese and stuff like that. I'm going to have to cook that because they're not used to going down, 1, 2, 3, 4, add a cup of milk. And no, they go by eye. And she's a great cook. That's just how it is. Let's see, Michael B. Okay, Bill L said, I've been in Thailand 13 years. Biggest mistake guys make is to wave their wallets around and try to be a savior. And the same thing happens over here. Because, see, even if the Filipina doesn't think that you got money, we make them think that we got money. She's going to look at you as a Superman for flying all the way over here. The effort that it takes to come over here, man, that alone, I'm telling you guys something, man. That alone is going to impress her more than anything you're going to be able to do with her wallet, with your wallet, I mean. It takes a lot of time, effort, and expense to come here. And Filipinos will appreciate that. And that's why they'll, show you the time that they show you. But you're spending everything. See, that's why I say we have to flip the script. We're paying for everything. We're the diamond. We're the prize. We're the catch. The focus should be on us. You're buying the plane tickets. You're buying the hotel and Airbnb reservation, paying the resort fees, the restaurants, everything. And then they're going to turn around and make it about her. These women are here. They don't bother anybody. They're going about their lives in a normal way. We come over here knocking on the door, literally kicking it down, bothering them. And then when it doesn't work out, we blame the film. Oh, she's a scammer. The scams that y'all talk about them pulling, we can see it in slow motion. You could stop it anywhere along the scam line. But we scam ourselves. How's she going to scam you? What do you consider a scam? Here's what we consider a scam. Okay. If they say, hey, give me some money because my daughter sick. That's not a scam. That's begging. That's panhandling. That's not scamming. Scamming is, okay, while you're asleep, writing down all your credit card numbers and expiration dates and security codes, and then going online and buying up a whole bunch of stuff. That's a scam. You're not going to meet any Filipinos like that over here, man. They're not that sophisticated. If you do, man, consider yourself very unlucky. You know, they're just not that sophisticated. But that's what we'll call a scam. We'll give them money, and then if they don't show up at the hotel, the airport, or do the things that we want them to do, then they're scammed us. Now, because a Filipino will wait you out. You'll never know she loves you anyway. She'll sit over there in America underneath you for 10 or 15 years. Okay? Until it's time for her to get the hell out of there. That's why it's best to get to know these women, man. Bell's basket case said women have paid for hotels for me. Yeah, you're the exception, buddy, but that doesn't prove the rule to be right. That just proves the rule to be correct. Most women over here, they can't pay attention when you get over here, and that's no knock on them. That's not, you should know that anyway. You know, you're in the Philippines. This isn't Las Vegas. But when guys say that, it's just kind of like, here we go again. The exception to the rule. There is no exception, guys. Okay? If she paid for that room, then, you know, why wouldn't you pay for a room if the chance of a visa is on the back of that? She's still getting a hell of a deal. Arva Hedrick says the best advice I have received is from Calvin. No, man, you living it, dude. I guarantee you it's 100 expats, maybe 1,000 that could, if they had YouTube channels, could give you the information that I'm giving you because they've lived it. This is just what I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing. It's nothing earth-shattering, but we think because when we come to the Philippines, it's earth-shattering information. That all this information and knowledge that we have in our minds is somehow it's not going to work over here. Or it's no good over here. Most of it is not, but your common sense is. You can see any scam that they're trying to do on you in slow motion, man. You be like, girl, get out of here with that. You know. Yeah, Bill Ellis is right. He says, they don't need to scam you if they see you giving away for nothing, and that's what we do. We don't even give the Filipino a chance to ask for money. We're sitting online trying to impress them. Oh, yeah, what happened? Well, let me pay your bills for a whole month or something over there like that. You know, Iskandari TV says he'll be the next victim. Yeah, if you sit around waiting for a Filipino to pay for a hotel for you, you're going to be a victim. Harold Till said, keep them in the Philippines. Simple as that. And I never really give that kind of advice because some guys, you know, they fall in love and they're not old enough to retire. And that long distance relationship, man, I see why some guys do it because they can't retire over here. You know, they go back home and, you know, that long distance relationship is murder. That's a death sentence, man, for anybody that's living through that now. You know how difficult that is. I wouldn't put myself through that. And I guess that's why a lot of guys go ahead and pull the trigger. But shit, you still gonna have to wait. It's not like you go put in the application and then next week, especially now. Okay, the one thing that may save him is the guy who I'm talking about. Is they're so backed up now because of the pandemic. You know, they had shut down the visa office and issuing visas and stuff like that. So he's going to be so backed up that maybe he may see something and, come to his senses or something like that. Yeah, Beach of Life said these girls are not from outer space, sunshine shoulders. Yeah, and see, but for some reason we think they are. So we act all crazy and act all different over here. When all we got to do is act the same way, have that same attitude that made you able to imagine staying in the military for 20 plus years. Man, you got to be a disciplined fool to be able to do that. You got to have self-discipline that's not even on the charts. It's way off the charts to do that. Run a business. You think it's easy to run a business? Not only that, but a successful business. What about work at the post office? How stressful that is for 30 or 40 years. These are outstanding individuals. But when they come over here, man, they turn into something else. It's like you got a little province girl who may have went to high school, may have went to the 6th grade. Now all of a sudden, she's running circles around you, man. That's your own doing. That's not her. She's not doing that. You're doing that to yourself, guys. So before I get off her, I just want to let you know, man, remind you, you're the diamond over here. This is all about us. The party don't start till you get here. There is no party without us, okay? Don't be afraid to assume your place in society over here, in the relationship, in the marriage, in the house. You didn't make the rules. You're way up here on the food chain over here, but you got to bring your attitude up here too. You can't bring that wimpy attitude from the West over here because they're going to pull you back down then. Okay, you have to know that the numbers are in your favor. And when the numbers are in your favor and you betting the odds against your favor like that, man, you got to put it on the line, man. I'm going to get as much out of my bet. I'm going to win as much as I can. So if you come over here and the odds are 10,000 to 1 in your favor and you place a $2 bet and it comes in, then that's on you. I'm going to bet 10,000 on top of my 10,001 odds and reap the benefits, man. That's what we got to do, guys. It's not about them. Don't buy into these dating sites and all these AFA and all these that make it about the Filipina. It's about you. You're holding the royal flush. She's got a pair of deuces and a jack high. If that, it doesn't make you better than her. That's not what I'm saying. It doesn't mean for you to come over here and mistreat her, put her down and act mean. That's not what I'm saying. It's to know your worth when you get over here so you don't get walked on. You're leaving that over there because you're tired of the treatment. You come over here the minute you get off the plane, you get a lifestyle upgrade. You're the man now. But if you're afraid to act like the man, then guess what? They're going to chew you up and spit you out, guys. So thank y'all so much, man, for joining me today. It's Sunday. We go to the grocery store. If you haven't seen my last video, I just uploaded it. It's about we're building this my guest house for my subscribers. It's my way of saying thank you. It's a way of giving back. Remember, guys, I was talking about this when I was talking about building my house. This isn't something new that it just came out of my mind. The minute I decided to build my house, I said I'm going to build a guest house for my subscribers. Free of charge. When they come over here, they come through San Carlos City and need a place to stay, they can stay here for free. It's going to be nice. Split air system. We're going to have Iskandari TV because I'm going to have a smart TV mounted on the wall. Refrigerator, microwave. You're going to have a toaster. A hot water heater for your coffee or your tea. Water. You're going to have a real bed. Hot and cold shower, man. See? It's not going to be some rinky-dink place. I want to be one of the only YouTube bloggers around the world that offers this to his subscribers. This is something that came out of the ether to me. And I'm going to vet you. You know how I'm going to vet you? You're going to have to show me your passport and your itinerary. And they better match up. And you have to be a subscriber because I'm going to keep these old crazy men that play these games online. See, you're not coming in here. I'm sorry. I don't care what you say about me on the other side of that keyboard. But you come in here masquerading as a subscriber around my family and try to do me any harm or to troll me, man, you got problems. See, so that's why I wanted to say that. I said that on my video to warn you guys. Don't come over here because now it's self-defense. What you're doing now, all I can do is report you to YouTube. Hopefully they'll bring you down, shut your channel down. But you come inside them gates with that foolishness, I got something for you. It's called phase 3. It's over here. But hey, thank Big Hamza 22 for the super chat. He said, Calvin, this is for dropping jewels, pulling coats, and giving games. Man, it's just, thank you, brother. This is the nitty gritty, man. What I'm seeing, what I'm living, what I'm experiencing, man. I'm not going to sugarcoat it because I'm trying to help guys. I don't want you to come over here and be that 2-week wonder. There's no reason for you to come over here and marry a woman after being here for 2 weeks. I don't care how good the tune-up is. It's not that good. There's no monetary value you can put on that visa, man. There's no monetary value. If somebody gave you $100,000, hell, if they got a minimum wage job in America, they break even in 3 years. There's no amount of money, man. Just, slow down. Enjoy the Philippines, the white sand beaches, the warm weather, the warm and hospitable people. You're genuinely welcome here. They're going to roll out the brightest red carpet that you've ever seen over here. No need for you to go crazy. Wait till the dust settles. Get your faculties about you. Then make a decision. Otherwise, you scamming yourself, man. Thanks, everybody, for your super chats, your super stickers, the thumbs up, all your support for me. I'll never take it for granted. Okay? Every video I make, I want it to be better than the last. Sometimes they're inspirational, motivational, entertaining, but most of the time they're informative. But they're never bashing, trolling, or putting anybody down, man. Okay? Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. Before you let your head hit the pillow in America, man, help somebody, man. If you're in the Philippines, what time is it? 12:05, noon. You got the whole rest of the day. There's no excuse, man. That's why you shouldn't help somebody over here. Because if I don't know anything else, I know this one thing for sure. When we help other people, we help ourselves. Take care, stay safe, stay COVID free. I'll see you next time.